Grand Valley on the lead, but the interesting and close finish will be that second position. On the near side is Gonzaga. On the far outside, St. Mary's made up a lot of ground during the middle part of the race. St. Mary's just edged in there, then along the shoreline to Gonzaga, and into the middle of the lane assignment, Sacramento State coming in that fourth position. Kansas State trying to get up in there, unable to do so, as the Grand Valley crew, the winners in the Women's Collegiate Varsity Petite Final, congratulating themselves and coming down after a long, strong row over our 2,000-meter course here at the 39th edition of the San Diego Crew Classic.
And yes, Alan, as you can see looking out at the race course, and you look down the race course, the last 250 meters here has an almost straight headwind. So it's going to make the finish of all these races really testing.
Event number 71, Men's Collegiate Varsity Petite Final, Lane 1, Orange Coast College, 2, University of San Diego, 3, UC Santa Barbara, 4, MIT, 5, UCLA, 6, UC Davis. A clean start. The Pirates over in Lane 1 from Orange Coast College are your early race leaders, about 2 seats up. On lane number 4, MIT. And then it's too close to call. Bruins are off the pace a little bit over here in lane number 5, but right now it's MIT and Orange Coast College battling for the lead in this event number 71. Through the race start now, Orange Coast College now at 33.5 strokes per minute. Trying to shift gears. Quicker push of the legs down, pulling that oar handle all the way into the body, keeping length per stroke is the mantra here. UC Davis now at lane 6 is moving back in, but it's still Orange Coast College with 2 seats advantage over MIT. Third position goes to UC Santa Barbara, fourth, University of San Diego, and UCLA isn't out of it, but they're in that final spot. 500 meters gone, Orange Coast College with a 3-seat advantage over MIT. UC Davis is in the third position. Then it's University of San Diego. And then UCLA. Good boat race here.
Well, the crews are very closely marking each other in this race. Orange Coast have the lead. Orange Coast would be, I think, probably by their own standards, a little disappointed not to be featuring in the grand final of this event. And they certainly will have a point to prove out here today. They have about a half boat length lead on the field, but the field is very, very tightly marked. It's University. The only crew that seems to have dropped back a little bit is UCLA.
Orange Coast College, a longtime participant and an outstanding representative here in the San Diego Crew Classic, appointing themselves rather well here in the Men's Collegiate Varsity Petite Final, as they currently have the lead, but they certainly are not running away with it, as on the outside Davis is hanging in there in lane number 2, the University of San Diego, and in lane number 3, Santa Barbara. Davis challenging on the outside, Orange Coast College. And then in between, USD, Santa Barbara, MIT falling back just slightly.
Yes, the real challenge seems to be coming from Davis. Davis just by about 2 feet in second spot over the University of California, Santa Barbara. And they both seem to be at least marking Orange Coast, if not moving back on them a little bit. They're about to come through the 1,000-meter mark, and they're about to hit that all-important third 500. And this will be where the race is won and lost. Whoever has the best third 500 puts themselves in the best position for the sprint to the line.
Santa Barbara edging up just a little bit as Davis has fallen back slightly. Orange Coast College continues on the lead. Santa Barbara, USD, MIT, and the only crew separated out at the moment apparently is UCLA.
Looked like Santa Barbara and Orange Coast were dealing with that rough water a little better than UC Davis. They certainly seemed to move away a bit from UC Davis at that point. Orange Coast are maintaining their lead. They've managed to keep that almost half boat distance between them and UC Santa Barbara. UC Davis have recovered their poise and they're coming back at UC Santa Barbara. It's about a third of a boat length from Orange Coast to UC Santa Barbara and about a quarter of a boat length back to UC Davis.
Davis made a strong challenge right about the 1,000-meter mark, but they were unable to sustain it and have fallen back just a little bit. It continues to be Orange Coast College along the shoreline. Santa Barbara has jumped back into it a little bit. Closing some ground again is MIT. UCLA has somewhat gotten back into the hunt here, although they were never really out of it, but still on the far outside. The biggest challenge seems to be coming from Davis.
And the University of San Diego in lane 2 have sort of hidden themselves a little bit in this race, but they've now edged up level with UC Santa Barbara and might actually be the main challenge to Orange Coast.
So we've got 3 crews right across the front here. Orange Coast College in lane number 1, USD in lane 2, Santa Barbara in lane 3, and then all the way out to Davis in lane number 6 are certainly making a run of it. UCLA has gotten back into it, and they are in their own battle with MIT. Along the shoreline, this is Orange Coast College, and they are fighting off USD on their outside shoulder, then Santa Barbara. Santa Barbara and USD almost bow ball to bow ball, and they are certainly making a run at Orange Coast College. Don't forget Davis on the outside. They're still in it, and now the ratcheting up of stroke by UCLA and MIT. It is Orange Coast College along the shoreline. We'll have to watch the second place finish between USD and Santa Barbara. Orange Coast College has apparently fought off the challenge and will pick up the win. And looking at second, it just barely University of San Diego, followed by Santa Barbara and Davis. Those are unofficial calls. MIT got up and beat UCLA at the end of the pack. An outstanding run in the last 250 meters as both Santa Barbara and the University of San Diego took a run at Orange Coast College. But the Orange Coast College crew up to the challenge, and they are the apparent winners in the men's collegiate varsity petite final. Orange Coast College. They fought off challenges first from Santa Barbara, then from the University of San Diego. They held their ground in both situations. Whether they were aware of it or not, they also fought off a challenge on the far outside by Davis. But once again,